All right, welcome back to another show of Done Talking. I'm David,
I'm Deltron.
and our guest, Tyreek Scoop Hampton. What's up, man?
What's good, big dogs?
Scoop.
Good to see you on the show
I never
today.
said that in my life, and I just said that.
Tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Man, I'm Scoop, man. I'm jack of all trades to do everything.
Okay.
So,
Sound like me.
just ready to get it in, man.
All right. So today we got a special topic. The Grammys had just took place not too long ago, and
Was it last Sunday?
it was last
Sunday.
Sunday. The Grammys took place, and got a chance to watch a little bit of it, and we want to discuss a couple different things, but really about music. But we want to pinpoint on one specific thing, the Grammys, and that was the Beyonce performance. So
They're just gonna say Laverne Cox.
That was crazy too, because I was like, okay, this what we doing?
well, I didn't even see that one
Because you ran out. He was
Yeah.
like, that's a man?
because that was just anyway. Yeah. So did you get a chance to watch the performance?
Yeah, I watched the performance. It was pretty cool. Just Beyonce reminded me of you ever seen Good Times, like the Black Jesus on the wall?
Yeah.
Just like
That's what I think when she
Black
first
Jesus
came out with
peace sign.
the...
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, when she came out with the crown thing, the first thing that popped in my head was the Virgin Mary. I was like... And then I think later when I was reading stuff, there was like she was paying like homage to like certain goddesses, I guess like African goddesses, but that's still kind of crazy. And then the whole
That's a cover up, man. Whatever. That's a
the
cover
whole
up.
like everybody reaching their hands out, like
Right.
that was kind of I was
It's like
taken
a
aback
home
by
quote.
that.
Then the
Yeah,
fact that
I was taken
watching
aback.
one, like in the beginning where like it was 8 people, next you know it's the whole stage full of people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're kind of creepy a little bit.
Yeah,
And then the long table.
the long table
Some
looked
people
like
said
the Last Supper.
Like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of quote unquote subliminal stuff.
Then we got Jehovah as a husband. It's too much, man.
Yeah,
But
man.
I love Beyonce though, just for the record.
Because they gonna come in.
They gonna come for you,
after
Beehive.
I like it till you should put a ring on it. I'm cool with you, but yeah, the video was that whole thing was kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, man. We it was funny because we were on Facebook Live with some of the friends as it was going or after it had happened, and we were talking about the performance, and some things were said. Is some of them are Beyonce fans, so they were getting hot about some of the things we were saying, but I thought, man, for me, I was like, man, that's blasphemy. Come on now. It's just
Yeah, it was a bit much. Like,
Like,
she
you
not the
crossed the
first
line.
artist. She not the first artist to go like
right.
those type of links.
Right.
Like, but to me, like I see it, I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But as far as getting offended, I wasn't as offended. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess she said something directly about Christianity or something maybe. But like, the world gonna do what they gonna do. So like, you can't.
I feel like would be like for her paying homage to other goddesses kind of makes you look at it from a broader perspective because we really don't know like who our ancestors worship in Africa.
Yeah.
So all we know is Christianity and
Yeah.
that's
That's
like 8 other religions.
I could see that sometimes you see the Facebook debates like our African heritage versus the Christianity, like because we came we came into Christianity under slavery, but I think the part they miss is like the way the slaves used Christianity to enslave us even more, like mentally. Like the way they like you could take any religion and twist it or change a verse or take it out and use it to suppress the people. To manipulate it. So in my opinion, I know that's exactly what they did, but they manipulated it. But I still see that argument between the African, like some people almost want to just switch. Like if they grew up Christian, they switch religion. They want to go to the African religion, like and worship all those gods and stuff. I'm like, that's not good either.
It's not my thing, screaming everywhere and just wearing dashikis. I'm cool with it.
I don't care, like
shit
proud
big.
being African, but like every culture got bad things in it. Every culture got pagan things in it. Like
That is true.
we don't just we're in America, like they took our heritage. We don't take everything they did in Africa. Matter of fact, some of the Africans let us get into slavery in the first place.
They were
they the ones
They
sold.
sold slaves.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know.
It's crazy how everything could trace back to culture, being music and heritage and all that stuff could trace back to culture. So speaking on music, and we briefly spoke on Beyonce. So like all of us being Christians, we don't always listen to Christian music. We sometimes listen to like secular music. Where do we draw the line though?
I don't know.
I think we draw the line and then we erase it, and then we draw it up here and then we erase it again.
It's like Friday night. You know what? We're gonna be Jesus for Sunday. It's turn up time and church songs is playing. And
I had times where, even when I was younger, so, we grew up in church, so I had times where I would listen. It's funny because I didn't necessarily grow up on like the secular music. Like all the music, most of the old music I still know and listen to.
Right.
Is older gospel music, and it was till like maybe middle school, high school, I started paying attention more to like hip hop and R&B. Yeah. Like I actually started liking R&B first because it had singing in it. Like I always liked melody and stuff like that, and then and then hip hop just kind of took over R&B. But eventually, it's like when you start listening to certain things, you like it. It's hard to just let it go. I remember I used to have a whole bunch of tapes. I used to make mixtapes on the radio and everything. And then I'll have a phase where I'm like, I ain't listening to rap no more. And I throw everything away. And slowly but surely.
I grew up opposite from you guys. Like, I didn't go to church until I turned 18.
Yeah.
All I know is secular music.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that I played the drums, so when I came in, I want to play what I used to play.
Yeah.
Right.
And just mix it with the gospel. But more churches do that now.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You get a nice piano player.
Gospel is weird
because playing Stevie Wonder and you find yourself mumbling the words while you're doing the offering.
Yeah, black music got to mesh at things anyways. Like gospel, like some of the R&B comes from gospel, and then gospel may come from blues or vice versa or whatever.
It's all mixed.
It's like a little mix of everything.
Yeah, but if you listen to music now, you can't. In some songs, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
You put on a Lecrae or a Mally music song, then you're like, because Beautiful is playing on WBLS.
Wow. What, Mally music?
Yeah, Mally music, 11 o'clock. Put a light in there for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
But my thing is the content in your lyrics and where your desire is like to me, I like experimentation in music, like trying different things, trying new sounds. I think that's part of music. Music always evolving. But I think the lyrics and what you're saying in your songs, like especially with Christian music, I think the message should be clear. Like you shouldn't be like, what are they talking about? What are they trying to say? Like some music, secular, like mainstream hip hop, sometimes you be like, what? They just saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, everybody.
They just saying whatever, like girls, money, cars, whatever, the same old stuff. But like I think if you got, but the more conscious music they have a message is not hard to understand. Like I think that's where, like even secular music, I think it's some music that may not be Christian but have good message. Yeah. A message is not really like
it's not so much bad.
Yeah, you don't have to avoid that as much.
Most like if you listen to most conscious music, like Common, tell stories. Tell stories of the music. You can catch it. Even back in the day, Biz Marquee.
Exactly. Even older hip hop, it still had like
it wasn't so
out there.
Yeah, crazy and violent. Or
once they start making money, that's when you commercialize anything. It changed.
They change it up.
But. Yo, speaking of Beyonce, I just thought about this. What bothered me about the Beyonce performance is she could have used that platform to put out a real message. If you Tribe Called Quest, they put out, why we're kind of anti-Trump. We respect the president. He's our president.
Yeah.
We gotta live with it 4 years. It is what it is. But
if you make it that far.
Yeah, her performance at the BET Awards was amazing. It was for this time. I think she should.
And the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, she should have used this moment to do the same exact thing.
I think she did it in her acceptance speech. But the songs is just from the Lemonade album, so
yeah.
She don't really be making songs like that though. Like
it's Beyonce.
Yeah, her lane is pretty much love and one girl power type.
Yeah, that's her. Like everything I've seen in the past. I mean, the past couple of years, and I mean, you could even take it all the way back to Destiny's Child. Like it's always been like empowerment of women, and just being a strong, independent woman, and I mean,
like they created that. The independent woman thing was like a thing for all.
We go from bills.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a survivor.
Right. Like, so it's just like, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we're all for empowering young women. They should be confident in what they do, and handling themselves. But I mean, some, like we said earlier, some of the stuff is like subliminal, and it's just like you're saying. You're empowering woman. Your songs is saying, but you go and watch the video, and the video ain't got nothing to do with what you singing about. Like you just like, and it's not just her. Like we said, it's other artists. Like you can go into, listen to a song, and you're like, oh, this is a dope song, and then you look at the video, and you just like, this video ain't got nothing to do with the song.
It doesn't add up to the song.
Yeah,
they've been doing that forever. Like I used to notice it all the time, or sometimes I always thought it was funny when a rapper come out with a song. And they have verse to be about something specific, and then Birdman be on it, and then he just start talking about money. I'm like, you're not even talking about what it So I'm like, yo, get Birdman out of here.
The Roots did a video back there like a little while ago, almost like 10, 20 years ago, where the whole video they talked about the expenses of what they paid for. Like, this is not real champagne. Oh, the ladies are fake. It's an old video. I gotta look it up.
It's a crazy, man, but that's why we gotta figure out where we draw a line at, because I think most Christians, like you said, they'll draw the line, then they'll erase it. They'll draw the line, they'll erase it. They have their moments, because some of it is good music. Like, you can't let it go. Like, I'll admit, like, there's just this one Timberland song that came out, recently. It's called UFO. And that song is a pretty vulgar song, and I'm just like, but the beat is hot.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just like,
you got a nice system in your car,
right?
Shirley Caesar is not gonna help.
It's
you.
like a thump.
I'm like, this junk is thumping. I'm riding down the street.
Hold My Mule is not gonna.
I was just thinking that one too. Hold My Mule.
Right.
Yo, where the 808s on this song?
It's not gonna happen.
Ain't no 808s on Hold My Mule.
Jesus be offensive. Not. Sorry.
So you know what would have been dope, Shirley, if you threw some 808s on this.
So I'm just like, I'm like, sometimes I have my moments, and then, a lot, I don't know if people are like me, like, you get your moments, or you emotional, like, and you want to listen to songs that are within your emotions. So when I get mad, I want to listen to like the most angriest, most violent, kind of music.
But think about it, you could be driving, having a good day, and the song would come on the radio. You'd be like, you know what, I'm about to break up with my girlfriend right now. Just so
I think people don't understand. Like, I think we keep forgetting or not realizing how powerful music. Some people, it's weird because, like, how they used to blame music, like, oh, violence. We got all this violence because of the music. Like, and in one sense, it's not as true, because everybody personally responsible for their actions, but in another sense, it is, especially with kids. Like, music affects the younger generation more than anything. Like, I can listen to some hard trap music, and it's not gonna make me do anything. I don't feel like I gotta go sell drugs. It just get me in a mood or mood or whatever.
If you came from that lifestyle, like, some songs make you feel like that.
Yeah.
If I hear 8-Ball or MJG, like, you know what, I want to stand in front of Sheffield's right now. I just, like, what you need.
See, I ain't never do none of that. So for me, it's like, it's just entertainment. But some kids, they take it to heart. They take it seriously, and they just control everything. Like, they hear the song, they be like, oh, I need to be on this.
But think about it. You play football. You can't go into a football and get your mindset ready for football listening to like SWV. It won't add up. You need some Trick Daddy. Let's go. Even Slipknot. I don't understand nothing Slipknot says, but the drums is loud. They're screaming. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Like,
wow, Slipknot reference.
It's like really based off the emotion. And you say about drawing a line. Is there really a line? Think about it. You may leave church on Sunday, and your boy having a barbecue. And they got Frankie and Maze playing.
Yeah. See, my parents, like, from that era, like, we used to go to my grandfather's house or something like that, and they had the cookouts, and then all our family on that side, like, they play all the old school joints. I mean, you be enjoying it too. Yeah. And it's crazy. They could play that music all day long. You won't hear one curse word. You won't hear nothing bad. And you just get it. You just get into it, because it's perfect for the mood. Like, what you're doing.
Dance on a Sunday.
Right. I mean, I think there is a line. I just think it's just, and I think it falls on everybody's personal conviction. I think, what are your ears sensitive to? What you're gonna allow yourself to listen, and what like we said, music it has a lot of power. So if a certain song is you know dictating your mood, then you probably shouldn't listen to that song. You know, if it's dictating your mood. So because I know for me, like if I'm feeling reckless, I'm listening to Kanye.
Yeah,
So and Kanye gonna make me get
especially
more
new
reckless.
Kanye.
Yeah,
Not so much old Kanye, bro. Like the new Kanye.
Like new Kanye, like I'm feeling reckless. I'm gonna listen to some Kanye, and I'm probably gonna do something reckless.
That's the one that made me keep coming back to rap.
Think about this power though. Like how many churches play the Wobble song?
Play which song?
Wobble. Like they're doing a line dance. Wobble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, have you
not my church?
And actually listen, not your old school church.
Get in there.
If you really listen to the lyrics, you're like, there's no way we actually line dance to this in the sanctuary.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like for me, like when you go into the church, to me, I call me old fashioned, but certain things I feel is still sacred. So like just like how they did in certain things in the Bible, they had a certain like. I remember back in the day growing up, like you couldn't play in the pulpit, you don't be running around the church, no chewing gum. Like I mean, certain things, some things are old fashioned, but other things is good. Is there for a reason. So. Like, I don't know, playing certain kind of music at church, I still feel funny about that. I still cringe a little bit. I just like it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that comes up with people's reasoning too, because like if certain kind of music, I don't think should be played in church.
Yeah, I like the new churches, the new era church and how to get the young people in.
Yeah.
But maybe because I you guys grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Like maybe say like a month ago, my wife grew up in the church too. And I'm listening to like Hezekiah Walker. I'm like, yo, is this a new song? She's like, it came out like 95. I'm like, but I never heard I'll Fly Away.
Yeah. Oh, man. See,
I'm trying to make a mind.
That's my favorite Hezekiah Walker back in the early 90s, early mid 90s.
Screaming back and forth. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah.
He got some that New York gospel sound. That's pretty much Hezekiah Walker kind of like made that popular.
Yeah, it's good. So with the line being okay, we was talking about John bleh, I don't know what just happened, but we were just talking about the lines being drawn and where people have their personal convictions. So what about the culture of the music? Like do you think that has like your culture that you come up in has the effect on what type of music you're gonna listen to? Or do you think it's just like a person freely chooses what they're gonna listen to? Like, is it?
Well, when you're younger, like you just listen to what you around. Like he said, he didn't grow up in church, so he just listened to.
You can list right now. You can list 5 old school hymns. I can list the whole 12 play album of R. Kelly. That's how. That's how we grew up. 2 different backgrounds. But when I got older, I was in a marching band, so I can listen to different genres.
Exactly.
And I could blend with it, but I feel like when it comes to hip hop and R&B, even some gospel songs, they give us the perception of thugs, baby mamas, baby daddies.
Yeah, man.
When contemporary music can play the exact same thing, and we're like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like just for example, you think of baby mothers when it comes to like blacks and Latinos. They're on the Murray Show. Bridget Jones got a whole movie about her with 2 different men.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, oh look, one of them want to be her baby daddy. Let's make a 2-hour movie about it. Damn. Probably going to win an Oscar. Like, are you serious? Like, do you not watch the Murray Show at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, Murray, it's black people in there, but it's mad white people in there.
A lot of white people do. White people with black
I'm like,
kids.
but that's how
it was. It was a white guy, white woman, 2 black twins, and he's like, I'm the father. She's
wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I seen another one of those before.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Dang, that's terrible.
Y'all see that? Since we on that, y'all see the episode that lady interviewed like 10 men and then none of them were the father.
Yeah, I seen that.
There
was a couple of those
on the show, and it still didn't.
We should put them in the Olympics though. Like, all right, ready? You are not the father. Run. Man.
She get a goal. They get a goal every time, man. Oh my God, I can't believe it. How about you believe it?
It's 10 men. You can't believe it.
But yeah, so do you think that affects how people act? Just being in the culture of that music, like whatever culture they
like for me, like me and you grew up in church. Like I listen to gospel music, but I remember having my Walkman, listening to the radio, and just flipping the channels and just liking other styles of music. Like I always look for other styles because, like to me, it's hard for me to keep. like I go back to the same thing. I listen to old stuff or current
but
stuff.
I get sick of tired
But
of
I always
listening.
listen to other type. I started to get into rock music, and I was in marching band too. So I started to get in whatever we was listening to then, and then like I'm always like if I play my iPod, like they be like, "What are you listening to?" Sometimes depending on who in the car. Well, I'm by myself. I'll play whatever I want to play. But sometimes they be like, "What you listening to?"
Yeah,
Because my range is
I ain't never heard of.
my
Before,
range
like,
is so wide. Like it's weird.
That's good to have a good ear though.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, because you can blend that back up to like to gospel stuff too.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like I take the influence from everywhere. Like wherever because I like being a producing music and stuff. That helped me just try different sounds and experiment.
You ever do it in your church?
Not so much like I don't know if I had the skill to apply it as much. Like I would have to like tell somebody probably like being like take a more producer approach. Like because the only instrument I play is drums, so I can't do it on keys or nothing.
It's the same thing with me, man.
Yeah. So I can be like, oh, try
this.
this, do it this type of way, or maybe something like that. But
You should put it in like one of your bad sermons.
Yeah.
Throw a sample and he's like, "What's going on?" Like,
Yeah, I think we should like to me, I don't mind trying different things in church. Like the church I'm at now, like they got a more that contemporary worship style. Like, but I like to hear different sounds and different ways to do it. As long as you doing it for the right reasons, then I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah. So what should be the message when music is pushed throughout? Well, let's say secular music. What do y'all think should be?
You have to know who you are first.
Exactly.
You have to have knowledge yourself. Understand who you are. Make sure you're grounded. You can't. It's hard to like if you get a new Christian and you're like, you know what, you gotta turn from all R&B.
That's not gonna happen. Like
it's not gonna happen. Not overnight. No.
You may get them on fire for like the 2 hours they're with you at church, but the moment they leave, reality is right back there again.
Yeah.
You gotta. I think it's just it's everything. Like you mix it in. Like when you become a Christian, like you almost like a child.
Be relatable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you almost a child again. You just learn new things, and it just mixes into what you already know, and then pretty soon, like you do that. That's between you and God at the end of the day. Like, so like if you feel convicted and you like, you know what, I'm gonna push this to the side. I like this. This is I don't have a problem. It doesn't make me fall or stumble in my walk, and then I'll keep that. This I can do without. Like
I feel like I did most of my dirt as a Christian. It's like my first couple years of being a Christian.
Yeah, because it's not like an overnight thing. Like
let me pray for you. 2:00 in the morning. I think we should get on like Adam and Eve style. Let's be honest, man.
You out there?
I be at church next morning like, hey, you better pray. Get your life together.
Exactly.
The back of the church fan used to be lit.
That's what they always talk about.
Yeah, man. But let's take it off of that for a second. Let's talk about these new artists that are out there. What do you know? Like what's his name? Like Young Yachty, whatever, Little
Just
Yachty,
make it up
whatever.
names.
Yeah,
whatever his name is.
He looks like Venus and Serena. One here when they're teenagers with the beads in his head.
Well, alien child.
That's one.
But like with the music that they're putting, I don't even know if you can classify it as music. But like half the time, you don't even understand what's coming out their mouth. Like, why do you think that's selling to the
kids? It's always something new.
Everything now is like all about the public opinion, and it's just like I want it new, I want it now. I feel like I need to get my life together though. Like I hear your little Yachty, he's making 100,000 from not doing anything.
Right.
Like he just died.
He's 20 years old, but
making $100,000 off of that. Like,
yeah, I kind of want to make a song.
A Target commercial, Sprite commercial, like
bleach your hair, get on the track.
And that Sprite commercial was whack. Like I'm just.
It's like a couple of them.
Yeah.
But then the Target one, I ain't gonna lie, the Target one was okay.
See, I ain't see the Target one.
They remixed. It was him and Carly Rae Jepsen from the girl that do that song "Call Me Maybe." Oh, they did the song "It Takes Two." He was actually rapping, so I actually like that.
Does that man even really have a flow? Like, does he have flow?
He got a flow. It just. I know he doing it on purpose because on that it Takes Two song you gotta actually clearly rap, and that's what he was doing. So I was like, I know he could do it, but on his styles, like it's just melodic and you just throw words in there.
My guy is Little Uzi Vert. He got this song called Too Much Sauce, a feature.
Too much
Yeah,
sauce.
sounds nice in my car. I'm sorry.
It's just what it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's just a vibe.
riding
Yeah,
music.
It's just a vibe.
I don't understand nothing he's saying. Like, I just know like.
All you is
too much sauce.
yeah.
It's like, I just know I got too much sauce. And
Exactly.
I feel it personally in my heart.
Yeah, he's right.
I'm mostly like now because I guess because I'm 10 years into this Christianity thing. Like what I usually do is if I hear a song, I will remix it to sound like gospel.
You know,
Like Jesus has too much sauce. If you think about it, died and rose in 3 days. He got too much sauce.
that's too much sauce.
Yeah, we need to record that. Yeah.
Somebody probably got it somewhere.
But they watching
Just
this
waiting
right
to
now,
upload
I'm
that.
About to hook this up, man.
That's a good topic that you brought up. What about some of these churches who are remixing some of these secular songs? And I mean like the really bad secular songs.
They always pick the worst ones too.
And then
really.
remixing them.
My thing is, I just feel like churches have got so far away from the Bible that it's ridiculous. We got churches are popping up just for parking spots, you know. Like, you know, I'm up at my own church because I want to park in the front. I want someone to bring me breakfast and hot tea.
We was talking about this a few days ago. How it was like it seemed like in Asbury, Neptune, probably maybe more even Asbury. It's like a
freaking
church in every block. I'm
Asbury
like, you look at
Avenue.
it's a mega church right here, but it's a church on every
Yeah,
corner.
you got, I think like one of the big churches in Asbury is like St. Stephen's.
Yeah.
Like,
The Baptist
Yeah,
church.
the
right?
Baptist church, yeah.
why is everyone like why do we have so many churches?
Yo, Asbury
why can't we all
Avenue
come together?
alone got 6 churches that sit on Asbury Avenue. Asbury Avenue alone.
That's
It's like
crazy.
six churches.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird, but I think it's probably people who just want to have their own. I'm gonna start my own thing. A lot of them been there for a long time,
Yeah,
but still,
but
like
still.
A lot of churches are all started because of someone that was offended. You know, David's the pastor. You know, I don't like the fact.
yeah,
that
I don't like.
I can't see.
A lot of the churches, a lot
Yeah,
of churches are probably saying
Yeah, I'm
that,
trying to do this and that, and they be like, oh, they ain't gonna let me do it. I'm gonna start my own.
Start my own church.
Yeah, and more churches in Asbury, they stray away from the truth too. Certain things in the Bible they will not talk about.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Because they know that they offend the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, they doing that now, like
Yeah,
even
they
more.
do a whole lot.
If you're trying to be on TV, you better not say a few things. You're going to have to skip over a few
Which
things.
I find is crazy. Like as Christians, we can't say what we want, but our
Everybody-
president,
But everybody else can see
Yeah.
it.
Everybody, yeah,
our
exactly.
president can he can change it from Black History Month to African American Month.
What?
Like Donald Trump said, there's no longer Black History Month. It's African American History Month.
Oh wow.
No. Like he
He said that for real?
Yeah,
He really
decided
said
to
that.
He decided to change it.
Oh, snap.
He can have issues with Muslims and ban people. But
Right.
The moment you say
But moment
gays
it's
are-
a
an
hate
abomination,
crime
it's
against
over
us.
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like,
it's
It's
over.
a hate crime.
it's crazy.
No, I've been seeing this thing stuff I've been paying attention on like YouTube and the internet and stuff like how the climate is changing. Sometimes you might not even see it. Like I just kind of stumble into these things. It's like the college generation that's coming up. Like they got like a thing on college where they call it safe spaces. I don't think it's every college, but the kids basically, if you say the wrong thing to them, they see it as a hate crime. Like you were saying, they get offended. They're trying to pass laws, and if I'm not mistaken, in New York they got a law. I think it just passed that they have 31 genders that you have to refer to these people as. If you don't, you can get fined.
See, my thing is, if you get the
Not male, female, like it's other genders,
Nah,
like
if you get
besides
the
male
Laverne
and female.
If you get the Laverne Cox done with you, you know what? You're a woman. It is what it is. You spent the money. You look amazing. You probably took a dunk on me. It is what it is.
Look, listen.
You know?
Just for the record, I didn't know. Just like, but anyway,
I
I'm
knew
just
'cause
like,
I heard
First
it,
of all,
man.
I seen it. I thought that was.
I was like,
was
what
like,
the
well,
hell?
But that's
Talk
what's
to David.
that's the next wave.
Yo.
It's already here. Matter of fact,
It is here, but you know
Yeah,
that's
That's a whole
insane.
other topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
topic. Yeah.
That's like a
I
whole
know we
other
got on that, but
So I'm telling you.
But
that's the next
music,
wave.
But
You gonna see
music
it?
can influence that. It
It
know,
is.
Yeah, it
You
really,
think about it,
it
you
really
got
does
rappers wearing
influence it.
dresses.
Yeah.
Who was doing that at first?
Young Thug.
Young
Young
Thug was
Thug,
doing
yeah.
that.
man.
You got
It started with Kanye, really, because he wore that kilt, and everybody saw that. Like he pulled. I
He
guess
wore
he
a kilt.
Yeah,
This is a
well,
while
this is
back.
Watch the Throne era like time when him and Jay-Z they did a concert and he came out with the kilt, which That's one
But
thing.
that's
Some people
that's
kind of
that's the
criticize him, but
Irish
it
thing, yeah.
Scottish thing, but
Scottish, sorry,
maybe
sorry.
It's all like the same.
maybe the Irish, but I don't know.
I
know
think
it's-
the Irish wore kilts too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I think it was just Scottish.
Or
think
just
it's
Scottish, but sorry.
I think the leprechauns, I think, are Irish. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be offensive. I just
Yeah, but he wore a kilt, and it seemed like it went from there. But you know, that's how influence happened. Music.
look at Jaden
and-
Smith. He's
Oh yeah,
he's
I don't know
like-
what he doing.
He's doing women's collection. Get your money out.
Yeah.
However you're gonna do it. I just personally can't see myself in a dress.
Yeah.
However, for the right money, you
Well, Tyler Perry doing it, so
yeah, he's making.
I mean, yeah, I guess some people
So-
always criticize. Like, I mean, I take it as a joke. I don't take it as serious. I
Martin-
don't know if he at home putting on dresses.
yeah, but
he's
you
like,
know,
he's like, he's gonna. I'm killing.
but it's
him.
making them money, you know. Martin did it.
I mean, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy did it.
I didn't get Eddie Murphy because he do multiple
Yeah,
characters.
Eddie
Rob-
Murphy's just a pure genius.
Yeah,
I think with Tyler Perry, the reason why I don't get up in arms about it is one, he is putting a message behind. The reason why
Yeah, he's
wearing
putting
it.
some
And then
substance.
Look at the
behind
money
it.
he's giving to urban communities.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It's not like he's taking the money out of. He's actually investing into the community.
Rather than these
And
people who are
giving
just
jobs
doing it
out.
for a fashion statement,
Exactly.
you know, and the fashion statement is kind of
I
questionable.
think these kids just have really good fathers in their lives.
Yeah,
that's another thing. That's one of the main
Like, I
things.
wonder if Jaden Smith looked at that Will Smith scene in Fresh Prince when his dad left
Oh wow.
before he put that dress on. 'Cause
I think
he
with
probably
them,
did.
I think with them, like I think with the Hollywood parents, like it's like you don't want it. Like they got so much access. Like I can't even like almost can't even judge the parents when you on that level, and then your kids come over to that. They just don't know struggle
What to do, yeah.
at
They don't-
all.
They don't understand.
But I guess you gotta like really try to. I think if I got rich parents like that, my kids would have to come back to live with somebody.
Yeah,
that live more
I
simpler.
need grandma from the hood to come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
you stay
children
with her
happy.
for the summer, something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
You need somebody to punch you in your eye.
Keep you cool.
Exactly.
I'm calling my lawyer. I'm like, you ain't got no lawyer.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I was watching an interview, and since we're on the topic, you know, I was watching an interview, and Will Smith and Jada Smith, they were saying how they handled their kids. They made it clear to them that they don't have the money; the parents have the money. So like anytime they wanted to do anything, they had to go work and get their own money.
Yeah,
So,
they
you
are
know,
talented. Like
Are we like
You know.
justifying the dresses though?
No, we're not.
It's like, you know,
I heard Will
dresses.
Smith do say he was like I think he said something like I let them like I guess they kind of let them be more free or whatever. But
Yeah.
he said and then he said he was regretting that when he started wearing certain stuff. I was like, oh shoot.
at least you're honest though.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least he honest, and you could commend him on that. But, even since we on Will Smith and music, he don't got that many albums out or songs or whatever. But
Not now.
but
I mean,
like
he
back
had
in the
some
day,
hits.
he had some hits and they were all positive. They were all pushing,
His music was always like that.
yeah,
That summertime song, it's like
Yeah.
it would never go away.
yeah, it can't. Or Just the Two of Us when he did the remake of Just the Two of
Yeah,
Us.
you know I cannot listen to that whole song without crying.
What, Just the Two of Us?
Oh my
I don't
god.
know my father, so it's like
Oh shoot.
Oh man, my bad,
I'm gonna
bro.
cry like let God deal with the things they do. Hey, your heart was so. Yeah,
I used to see that video. I used to like that song too.
Yeah, that was a dope song, man. He redid it. That was a Stevie Wonder song originally, right?
Nah, it's
Stevie Wonder wrote it.
I forgot the guy's name.
That was
It's a
nice.
white guy
You
actually.
sound like
It
Stevie
was-
Wonder.
it
though.
sound
You
like
Stevie
Yeah, it's
Wonder.
not. I
Wonder,
don't think it's. Is it Bill Withers or somebody like that?
I think it is. It sounds like it maybe.
Bill Withers.
Maybe.
He do like He got a couple. He got some other songs too. Bill Withers. He just one of the. He like one of the original Blue Eye Soul type dudes.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, just he made some good songs, and I think people, I think just America, maybe I don't know about across the seas, but I know the guys in America, they're just greedy, so they're gonna do what sells.
Yeah,
honestly.
we don't appreciate music either. Like
Not at all.
watching a New Edition biopic. Like,
Yeah, I enjoyed
went back
that.
to like their albums. They had some super hits.
Yeah, they did.
Like I'm literally listening to
Like so that
every day
era,
listening
like
to it.
that's when I was kind of young at the time.
Yeah.
So I know certain songs and hearing, but I don't remember that whole swelling like that whole time. Like I can remember a little bit. Like certain people, like I remember we used to live with somebody in Georgia, and they used to listen like SWV and like people like that. New Edition, I can remember some of their stuff, but they like I like to go back and look at that time and like watch the old movies. How they, it's like the biopic era now. Like everybody gonna have a movie after Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, everybody's gonna have a biopic. But back then, even like the soundtracks of movies were like amazing.
Yeah. Like, well, this is how I knew people don't appreciate music. Like artists like Bruno Mars, artists like Ryan Leslie.
You say more like appreciate the talent.
The talent, or because
people love music, but it's just like
they don't.
You don't have to be that great. Like.
Yeah. Because I'm like I said,
Bruno
people
Mars,
like Bruno Mars, Ryan Leslie, like these guys are like underrated, like so underrated. These guys should be like top notch. Like Bruno,
that's so I wasn't.
Mars, he's getting his just due.
He's getting it now because he been out for a minute.
But he's been like that the whole time. Like he's been killing.
I think it's his live performances. He get those bigger stage and he go in there and kill everybody. You be like, oh shoot, like oh, this really the guy right here.
I think what bothered me about Bruno Mars is that like Trinidad James got hot before Bruno Mars. He had one song, and he's like, I'll go with everything. But like Bruno Mars got hit after hit after hit. But again, it all depends on what we're listening to because on certain stations he's getting a lot of play. He doesn't get play on like the urban radio.
It's weird. Yeah. And that sound that he's doing, that was black music. That's especially
black
the sound he got now at 24K Magic. That's
like
black music right there.
Early 90s.
But we on to the black music's always moving, so we move to the next thing. Like I'm probably older people probably will listen to Bruno Mars. Oh, this sound like Funkadelic or whatever. But he was killing like the first after I seen him perform live one time, I was like, okay, Bruno, this guy's a problem.
I love a live performance. If you can,
that's how I judge it.
If you know how to breathe while you're moving around.
Exactly. I seen Usher back in the day. He did in his 8701. This is like 2001, but he did like a tour. This man was dancing and singing at the same time. You could tell he was singing like he wasn't lip syncing. I was like, how's he doing this? Justin Timberlake, another one. He got a live show on Netflix, yo. He got another one too that's good.
Killed that show on Netflix.
His band is another level.
Same
thing.
That really it shows who you are as an artist when you could come out, because there's artists who are crappy live, like Flow Rider. I would hate to go see Flow Rider live.
I used to did like rappers.
Look like Flow Rider a little bit.
Who me? Yo, I need that check then. Because he be having all his shows. Yo.
Like,
you gotta get a little more mustard though, man.
Yeah, I gotta get
like
mad. He was a football player though.
I don't like Kanye West was one of my favorite artists coming up, but I couldn't stand his live show because he was always yelling until he did 808 Heartbreaks. He did the VH1 live storytellers of 808 Heartbreaks.
It's 3 zeros in there.
He said 800. Who's binary out, man?
But anyway, he did that live performance, and I thought that was like one of the dopest live performances he ever did.
A lot of rappers I don't like. First of all, they covered a mic.
And it just
only screamed. The ones that used to be on my list as far as better performances is like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I love Snoop Dogg.
And because he was laid back, so he had a band, so it just sounded perfect. And DMX, like he loud and aggressive, but he clear at the same time. Like I heard him perform a few times, and it was good.
DMX got like Tourette's, man.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, dog. Hey, let me pray for you real quick. Dude, what is your problem, man?
He like that when he talking just regular, and the music he sound like that. It's like
you saw his reindeer that he did the Christmas song, the Rudolph the Reindeer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yo, him and Mystical the same way.
Mystical.
But
I can imagine him in the studio. He's just moving away.
You imagine him like praying for you?
Oh man!
Father God, in the name of Jesus.
Yo, I didn't catch that last part.
Please. I don't know.
He sound like a preacher. Him and DMX.
Yeah, they do
They'd
sound
be perfect.
like preachers. They
you imagine
would.
DMX like?
We knew a couple, huh?
Do you imagine DMX like really preaching for you?
At one time, it seemed like he was about to go into that world, and then he just started smoking crack.
Yeah, do I walk to the valley of the shadow? I will feel no evil. For God is with me.
Yeah, that right, and that's that.
But that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. Where you get that from? You wrote that yourself?
Is that for songs? That is
Psalms.
They ain't even songs. Man.
But there's a couple preachers that are out there that sound just like that though. So they try to press on that little.
Some people I was like, I don't know what they saying. They just trying to sound deep. Some of the preachers, they just be trying to say big words and stuff. I'm like, babe, what you talking about?
Like, that don't really make sense.
I'm like, I'm just talking to you. You ever hear it's like the preacher talk. They got a certain vibe, like the way they talk, it's all deep, and then when they preach, they change and they go up another level. Like, wait, you talk like this all the time?
Or he do these crazy words, like, you know what, man?
T.D. Jakes is
like, you know, the hypotenuse of where you coming from.
Right.
You know, it's very detrimental to.
Hold on, slow down.
Like, do I need like a Google Translator for us to have a conversation?
They have their own accent. Did you notice that? Like, some of them, they switch into like this whole. You hear them talk normally, and then you hear them start talking like pathetic over. I just want to let you know. If you know, it's like switches. Their whole voice switches. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, you don't talk like that. I don't know.
Like, some of the people I be watching now, like they it's like teach or preach in a regular voice. Right. So I'm getting more used to that because growing up in church, everybody was they was doing all the organ behind them. Now I'm so used to teaching, just regular teaching now.
I'm not used to that.
I don't like it.
And like the pastor start preaching and nobody's helping. He's like, help me, Holy Ghost.
Help you do what?
Don't blame the Holy Ghost, bro. Yeah. You're boring. Like, why are we all going?
They'll call you out on it too.
Now they will. The generation we live in now. Like, back in the day, you talked about it amongst your people. The pastor never found out about it.
Yep.
Now they tag you on Facebook like, yo, Pastor Johnson.
Oh, that's
you
crazy.
Whack 100s.
Fire.
They be doing
dead emoji.
Either that or they be doing quotables. Oh, Pastor killed it last Sunday, and they put a little. I'm like, did you pay attention for the whole thing, or are you just trying to get that quotable so you can post it?
They be on Facebook Live. Like you can't catch the Holy Ghost on Facebook Live.
I always thought that was kind of like. I know sometimes some churches got people that they got the cameras and stuff. I'm like, let them kind of do it. Like
Yeah, you pull out your phone.
I feel weird pulling the phone out sometimes.
And I'm like, yo, this ain't.
It depends on where you at in the service to pull out the phone. Like sometimes I think it's weird.
Those people pulling out phones while they're shouting, I'm like, okay,
I don't know.
It ain't real, man.
I'm like, are you really shouting or is this just a little moment? You know,
I mean, they come in with a phone stand like this. They're like,
oh man, they just ready to go.
Good angle. Right, we good. We in there, man. Like, be bugging, man.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, like, are you really, at that moment, are you really feeling it? And
what about shouting music though? How you feel about shouting?
I was just about to go there. Shouting music. How do you feel about that?
I'm cool with shouting music as long as the drummer and the piano on the same on the same key with each other. They're in tune with each other. Like I know you, you know me, you know where I'm about to go.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we outsource a lot of these drummers and we outsource a lot of these piano players.
Because we want that sound. You want to get.
Going to shout music. Next thing you know, you got the piano player playing Bruno Mars.
Oh shit!
They got nothing on you, like Jesus. That's what I like. That's what what are we doing, man? Like,
I think in almost some churches it takes over everything else.
Yeah.
Like to me, like it's a tool and it's a part of the worship or whatever. I feel like they try to go in like they they just be ready.
Like if everybody's taking their seat, there's no need for you to.
Yeah, they just want to start something up like so they can get their stuff in.
Hey, there ain't nobody shouting. Why you playing shouting music?
Well, if you know Sister Sheila is the one who always shout every Sunday.
Yeah, it's like what's up.
Just cut it.
They be probably counting on her. I hope Sister Sheila get up there. Oh, she got a broken leg.
I got a cousin like that. I ain't gonna say her name. She know when she see it. If it even sound like shouting music, it's over, man.
She just gonna go for it.
I mean, I think sometimes it's a hype up too, man. Because the preacher might be getting up there and they might be saying something real good, so that the spirit might have been high. And, they giving dun. It's a hype up.
Yeah.
Me personally, when I used to hear shout music, I kind of like because I don't know how to shout really. So
me neither.
You don't got the foot.
I don't got the footwork. Like
I'm like you clapping on
but
the one.
when I feel it, like I don't know. Sometimes I let loose. I never forget one time I was feeling it in church and I just let loose, but I couldn't shout, so I jumped and I jumped as high as I could. and everybody sitting there shouting, but I was jumping. I'm leaping like I'm gonna touch heaven.
But it's weird because like it's like you grow up, especially if you grow up like that. Like they grow up learning how to shout. Like it's like a skill.
I feel like that's the first thing you learn out of church. Like
I never learned. I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. Like I remember little, we used to jump or run around or whatever, but. As I got older, I kind of just...
They have their own styles. And like, some of them be killing it, man.
They be having a chicken wing.
There's always one with a tight suit on. They got the cock back. People got 90-degree angles,
Yeah, that was the one.
Me and my other brother, we was real little. We used to live in this Columbus, Georgia, and we had this one church called Prayer Faith Temple. And this one guy, when they start getting going, he'll get up, he'll run around, and then he'd go to the back of the church, and he'd go on his back and start kicking his legs. And me and my brother was laughing because, like, if you turn around and look, all you see is hands and feet. And we was like, oh, look, he looked like a cockroach.
See, that's crazy, man.
I'm like, that's always weird.
That's called the rave praise, right?
But, like,
the rave praise.
Like I was saying earlier, like, after a while, like, I started hearing shouting music. I started listening to the music, and, like, I kind of like the more of the hype of it. Like, there was there's a build-up before they break into the shouting music. And I started listening to that portion. I'm like, yo, I like the build-up.
It's almost the same everywhere. They do the same.
Yeah, but, like, some people, you go to a different church, and you hear a build-up like you never heard before. Like,
ever since Ty Tribbett, that Ty Tribbett style, that's where. Yeah, I mean, like
Ty Tribbett they got a whole.
Everybody does that. When he came out, like everybody was doing that. Those couple of songs where they do the praise break or whatever. Yeah. When they start doing that thing, when they start going, they're like they pretty much got that from him, and then they've been doing it ever since.
Ever since, yeah. But I'm just like, I think it's.
Sometimes it get out of control though.
I think it's
turned
only
into
necessary.
a dance routine too.
Yeah.
Like Ty Tribbett.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's legit a whole dance routine.
I'm like, don't like, it's okay to shout. Like, I know shouting's supposed to be an expression of joy or a breakthrough. So I don't, it's okay, when you shout, and you may not be like fully in it where you tearing and you got your eyes closed and you going crazy. But it's because just expressing, you just getting a quick little 1-2 real quick, and
but
it's your intentions at the end of the day.
Another problem with shout is that if the Holy Ghost really fell down on your church, you gotta let it happen.
Yeah.
Some churches, if you're on the time machine, they're like, all right, listen, we got 5 more minutes for praise, and that's it. We gotta be out of here at 11.
They be trying to cut it off. Yeah.
Man. You can't stop the flow of service. If the spirit
especially if people really like. If
they really
you in there just playing
worship, you like, you know what? I got this message. I'm about to preach it. Don't care what you say.
Yeah.
But if the Holy Ghost falls, you gotta let it happen.
You gotta let that stuff flow, man.
It is what it is. You can't stop that.
I think that portion of music, that portion of shouting, that portion that comes in with musicians, that also comes in with the pastor of the house. So, is the pastor of the house, and we're not trying to say, come at any minute of the cloth, but, is the pastor of the house really, or whoever's up at that moment giving the cut off, are they really under God, or are they really, just like, I'm trying to keep a time limit,
Yeah.
I see. They do that little. They ain't gotta say it. They just be like, they get a musician to look. Oh, bring it down.
Yeah, but if it's like,
it's a flow to it, but like,
if you're really moving by God, there's no way you can tell somebody stop. Like I don't know what she's been going through to make her praise like that. I don't know what he was going through for him to be on his knees at the altar like that. But who am I to mess that up?
Right. Yeah, like to me, it's like all about people's intention. You got a person who pretty much sitting still every Sunday, and then one certain day you be like, wow, I never seen them praise like that before. That's when you should. That's how you kind of know. That's a signal to be like, oh, let them let it go. If it's the same person for every little thing they getting up, you like, okay, you need to sit down.
Facebook, because it's like, if they go crazy and I preach the message, what you gonna say when you get? Well, you know what? Church was great today. Who church you go to? I go to Pastor
exactly.
Church. He's like, yeah, he gave a good word. What are you talking about? Nothing. But that praise breakdown.
Yeah.
That's what it all goes down to, man.
And I think some people come to church just for a praise break.
I was thinking the same thing. They just want that music, yo.
Because, like, honestly, some people, their mindset is, like, they might be going through stuff, but like they might genuinely be going through some things throughout the week or whatever. They might be dealing with some stuff, and they'll come to church looking for the praise break, thinking they're going to get the breakthrough through the praise break. Like, people come with their own idea of how they're gonna get their breakthrough. I'm gonna get it this way, and this is exactly how. Or a prophet gonna be in the church today. He gonna speak to me, and that's how I'm gonna get my breakthrough.
Instead of opening the Bible,
or say it right,
or reading the exact same thing he's gonna preach about,
or hearing the word like
I'm
you
gonna
know,
jump up and
or
roll on the floor 3 times,
and that's how I'm gonna get my breakthrough. There's gonna be
all in my way.
a crazy, but and not even realize. So people when they get
Wait,
excited,
somebody actually do this?
people. I'm telling you, people think like that. They think like this is how they're gonna get their breakthrough, or this is how whatever they're gonna come to church. They got it set up in their mind already how stuff is gonna happen.
But you can even flip it. Some people don't go to church because of that moment where they had a breakthrough and how the people made them feel embarrassed
After they had a breakthrough.
Yeah, it's like
no.
Exactly. We deal with churches now where we don't really embrace people the way we should embrace people.
I was listening to something on the radio today. He was talking about how all the churches is like separated. You got the black church, the white church, the Asian church, the Hispanic church. And sometimes that's just the way it is, depending on where the church is located or whatever that. But technically, everybody should be coming together. Like, we got to embrace different cultures, different backgrounds, and have a little bit of everything so everybody can feel comfortable. And then at the same time, worshiping, it's still an order. Like, the Bible pretty sets it up, like, says how we should have order and things like that. But still, we got to be inclusive to everybody. Like, like, if you got, like, a guitar player maybe from a different background, he should be able to fit in if he's a good musician. Same thing with the drummer, keyboard. Yeah. Like, y'all should find some type of common ground where everybody can, like, fit in, and then it can make everybody comfortable.
It shouldn't feel like it's forced on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been to churches where it was predominantly white, and they were doing gospel music, and it sounded like there was a black choir singing.
Yeah,
I was singing that before.
Yeah, they sound amazing. So for me, it's like you have to have an open mind when it comes to Christ.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he definitely did. He was talking to everybody.
Yeah, sure
the people he got.
He wasn't with the pastors.
The ones he was battling the most was the religious people.
And the religious people.
He was with the prostitutes.
Yeah,
man. He came for the Gentiles.
If he was here now, he'd be in Asbury, right?
Right.
He'd be
Mr. Pizza.
I was looking for Mr. Pizza. With the chicken from the store.
He'd be dancing with the crackhead in the middle of the street.
You heard the good news?
Exactly.
What good news?
What good news?
Come on, let's get some water. Let's have a party.
So, I think I don't even know how we got here.
I don't know. I feel like where we're going in the next couple of years as far as music, culture, religion.
Yeah, man. It's just
either you got to read your word and you got to look at things from a different perspective on how you used to look. You
gotta have.
That's how I'm. I keep just always seeing different things and changes and stuff like that, and it's just like. Sometimes I'll be telling myself, "Oh, like man, I gotta study more or something like because
it can't be this many changes. I mean, they say God is the same as yesterday, today.
It's
and
the world though.
It's the world that comes up with all these.
We look crazy because we're staying the same. A lot of us, well, some of us not. But that's kind of the problem. But it's like we have to keep doing the same thing. Yeah. The reward is really at the end of the day. It's not. The prosperity thing is kind of a big deal right now. Like, you're gonna get your best life now. I think Joel Osteen be saying, but really the reward is when you die. When the eternal life.
Sometimes that seems so selfish. Like, man, I can't wait till I die. I want a house. No more. Are you serious? Why can't I enjoy that?
I want to enjoy some things now, but
that's what bothers. That's what kind of bothers me about the whole thing about.
Some Christians think like that.
Religion and not the relationship with Christ. Because it's like, for me, I look at every day as a challenge. Like, I want to be a better father. I want to be a better husband. I want to find new ways to please my wife. Not sexually, but mentally. Walk in the house, with flowers or just a little stuff that's going to make her happy.
Yeah.
But you tell me, listen, when you die, she's your sister now. There's no way.
No way.
I don't know how I don't know how it's gonna work. But
I don't know how it's gonna work.
All those good things you gotta do while we now, even though when people frown on them and stuff that's what I was saying. The prosperity thing. Don't be so selfish. I feel like now we're gonna be more forced to really do do what we need to do when it comes to like serving God and stuff like
It's
that.
crackdown time. It's crunch time. For real.
I mean,
It's
to me,
crunch
we got it.
time.
I mean, to me, we got it easy compared to like you look at all the disciples. They all got either
They all got it bad.
killed, their heads chopped off, tortured.
You got one of them slicing ears off. I always call myself Peter. I'm about that like come to Jesus. You know?
Like they all ended terribly. Like so, like we live in America. That's like
we
a
got
double.
it easy. Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
In America, we have it easy because if you look at some of these there's
other
some
countries,
websites like they are killing Christians
Exactly
by the boatloads.
I've met a couple of people already that I have encountered, and they telling me they have to flee their country because of ISIS. So
even the Muslims, they killing. Even the ISIS killing Muslims.
Like,
so
how you
it's
killing
just
your own people?
It's insane on the level of things that's happening. It's like I said, it's crunch time for Christians, and I think a lot of people are wavering, but I think this is what the Bible was talking about. Like he was looking for a church without spot or wrinkle. People who were going to speak the truth, the good news, the gospel, who were straightforward to it, and teaching it out of love, not even being hell and brimstone and fire, but teaching it out of love, but staying true to what what the word is, or what Jesus gave us the message to preach, and what the lifestyle he set for us to live out. I think it's crunch time. It really is.
It definitely is.
And I think it talking about music, because that was the topic we was on. It's gonna start there too. It's got to be there too. It can't just be, it can't be just we going to church on Sunday and then listening to all kinds of music. And I know I'm guilty too, man, because I'll be listening to some crazy stuff sometimes.
But I still don't feel like there's nothing wrong with you listening to music. It's your actions that you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people gotta have a conviction. If you gotta be responsible in what you listen to, just like you're responsible in every choice that you make.
Everything. Places you go, stuff you watch,
you gotta
things
be
you listen to.
You gotta be responsible to what kind of music you listen to.
You know what's gonna set you off.
Yeah, music's gonna influence you. You know that song is gonna make you do something crazy. Like I said, Kanye West gonna make me feel reckless. So I know I can't listen to Kanye West because I might go bash a window or something. Like straight up.
My people's like Little John and like the Young Blood. Like you listen to one of their songs on a good Thursday,
right?
I might punch you on the face.
Right. So
it's not my fault. It was Little John.
It was Little John. So you got to be responsible.
Blame it on the East Side Boys and the gasoline. I don't know, man. But you make it punch.
Why you got that long T-shirt on?
Exactly.
So
that's the boot I'm in today.
Why you in rock with it? I don't know, but some clothes I might 8 times stop. It just may happen.
I think the influence of music is definitely, it has a lot of power. I think some of these artists need to be more responsible on what they're putting out and what they're promoting to these people, especially young people who are coming up, not realizing that they're influencing. Some of them do influence some of these young people, and they know exactly what they're doing. Some people antagonize and put stuff out purposely, but I think people need to be more responsible as a listener, but also as whoever's producing music. They got to be more responsible.
I definitely agree with that, man.
So. But I think that we're gonna
wrap it
get
up.
ready to wrap it up. I think we had a good show today. We want to thank again Tyreek for coming out, Mr. Scoop.
Yes, follow me on Ty__Hamp.
Ty__Hamp.
Yeah, that's on Instagram, and follow me on Facebook and laugh at my videos. It's very funny.
Yeah, this dude. What were you doing? You freaking doing a cheerleading video?
It's a workout video, man. I really want to understand, man, where my heart was at. Listen, I'm going to Florida this weekend. I'm about to shoot so much content. It's gonna be ignorance. It's clean ignorance, though. It's not, nothing off the wall.
Good, clean, fun.
Yeah, ready to take my shirt off when I get there. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Just imagine it in your mind right now. It's there, man. The ignorance is real.
Somebody just paused the video.
You can also like us on Facebook at Done Talking, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at Done Talking on YouTube. So look us up. We'll be looking for y'all. Make comments, share the video, whatever you can do to help build our following. It would be great. We really appreciate those who have been watching, and I think we're gonna call it quits.
Hey, y'all gonna come on my page? Y'all gonna come on my podcast, right?
Yeah, of course, man. You got a podcast.
It's gonna be ignorant.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm David.
I'm Darrotron.
I'm Scoop.
And thank you for watching Done Talking. Peace and love.
Peace.
We out.